How do we really, understand the heartbeat of a nation beyond just the headlines, beyond the sort of broad strokes we usually get? How do we truly grasp what's happening on the ground? And maybe more importantly, what a country's deepest aspirations are for its future? It's a fascinating question, right? Complex. Well, today we're diving deep into exactly that. We're taking a really comprehensive look at recent developments in Eritrea and their forward-looking vision. We've gathered quite a collection of insights here, everything from high-level diplomatic reports, things coming out of international conferences, right down to these incredible stories of community engagement, youth programs, and some vital health initiatives happening locally. So our mission in this deep dive really is to unearth the key takeaways from all this material. We want to connect the dots across these, pretty diverse areas. See if we can build a more holistic picture of the progress and priorities that seem to be shaping Eritrea's path forward. We're going to unpack these details, see what they really tell us about a nation that seems very actively and strategically building its future.
Okay, let's jump right in then, because the sources we have, they paint a truly compelling picture, a nation actively shaping its destiny. And we should probably start with its presence on the global stage, specifically its diplomatic vision. We've got some really interesting details from Eritrea's engagement at a major international conference. It gives us a pretty powerful window into their global outlook.
Yeah, we're talking about Eritrea's participation in the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development. It's TECA 9. It took place in Yokohama, August 20th to 22nd, 2025. Ambassador Afeworki led their delegation. And the statement he delivered, well, it wasn't just a polite thank you. It was a very clear laying out of their strategic vision. What's particularly striking, I think, is Eritrea's really profound strategic concern for regional peace and security. They see the dilemmas, in the Middle East, the Horn of Africa, the Nile Basin. They see these as directly impacting their own really crucial period of building a strong, self-reliant economic nation-state.
Right. It's practical.
Exactly. As the ambassador put it, their future is, and I'm quoting here, pegged on a safe, peaceful, secure, economically integrated, and competitive neighborhood.
That phrasing is important. Pegged on. It implies necessity, not just preference.
Absolutely. It's clear they recognize stability as the bedrock, the absolute foundation for development. They emphasize this idea of a homegrown consensus on human security, culture, politics, democracy, governance. These are the benchmarks for their growth. And when you think about Eritrea's geography, 300 kilometers on the Red Sea coast, plus, 354 islands?
Mm-hmm. A hugely strategic location.
You immediately see why this focus on stability is so vital. For global trade, regional prosperity, everything. The ambassador's call was really unambiguous. Peace, not wars and conflicts. A clear rejection of militarization, of proxy interventions.
So it's not just about internal stability, but projecting that need outwards, too.
Precisely. And they're advocating for something specific. A win-win, robust bridge of energy and mineral resources diplomacy. The goal being technology transfer, know-how, capital. But all guided firmly by international law, UN Charter, African Union Charter. It feels like a very pragmatic, very forward-thinking approach to how they want to engage with the world.
What's really insightful here, I think, is how Eritrea isn't just sort of wishing for peace. They're articulating it as an absolute pragmatic necessity. It's fundamental for their economic growth. And you mentioned this geography, that strategic location at the crossroads of major trade routes. Their stability directly impacts regional, even global commerce. So this isn't about isolation at all. It seems to be about leveraging their position for mutual benefit through diplomacy, through solid economic cooperation. But it does raise a key question, doesn't it? This high-level diplomatic aspiration. How does that vision for a peaceful, strong nation translate into, concrete action on the ground? How does it connect with its own people? How do they build that internal cohesion you mentioned earlier?
That's a really powerful point about internal cohesion. Because, our next set of insights, they reveal that this global outlook is, in fact, deeply complemented by a vibrant connection to heritage, to community within the country itself. And crucially, for Eritreans living abroad, too, our sources show how Eritrea is actively engaging its diaspora, bridging past and future, you could say. We have this report about diaspora nationals. They were visiting Eritrea on vacation, and they went on this fascinating tour of historical sites, development sites too, in the Adi-Keih subzone. This was August 19th, 2025. Now, this wasn't just a casual trip. It was actually organized by the PFDJ Central Office. That's the ruling party's central office.
Oh, okay, so quite official, structured.
Exactly. It indicates a deliberate effort to connect. And apparently, the welcome they got was incredibly warm from local residents in Adi-Keih, and also from the community at the Adi-Keih College of Business and Social Science. Just imagine visiting these ancient sites,
Places like Kohaito, Ishka, Safira Dam. There was even mention of an ancient Egyptian tomb, and having knowledgeable guides bringing that rich history to life for you must be quite an experience.
Connects you directly to the land, to the history.
Right. And Mr. Solomon Tarek from the PFDJ office, he noted this was already the third such tour, with nationals participating from all sorts of different countries. So it shows this isn't just a one-off event. It's a successful, ongoing program. And the participants themselves, they expressed deep satisfaction, gratitude for the welcome, and for the chance to, reconnect with their roots.
If we step back and look at the bigger picture here, what you're seeing is a deliberate, quite sophisticated effort. It's about strengthening national identity, fostering that deep sense of belonging, especially, as you said, for those living abroad. This goes way beyond just tourism, doesn't it? It feels like cultivating a multi-generational attachment to the national story, weaving personal heritage into the bigger picture of state building.
State building through heritage.
Exactly. And it speaks directly to that homegrown consensus idea we heard about in the diplomatic statement, building internal unity, a rooted identity. It acknowledges that a nation's strength isn't only about its economy or its diplomacy, it's fundamentally about its people, their connection to the land, the history, investing in that cultural capital. That's crucial for long-term development. It fosters a powerful sense of shared purpose.
And that kind of, profound investment in the country's future, in its people, it extends even further, directly to the next generation. So, building on that idea of shared purpose, what does all this mean for the youth and for the environment they'll inherit? Our sources reveal some pretty incredible grassroots efforts here, actively shaping the nation really from the ground up through a student summer work program. Mr. Ishram Teklu, he's the coordinator for this program in the Central Region. He recently reported on some really commendable activities. This was in Asmara, August 22nd, 2025. And what's astonishing is the focus, a remarkable 95% of the effort, dedicated to water and soil conservation.
95%? Wow.
Yeah, and when you think about Eritrea's climate, mostly semi-arid, that priority just makes immediate strategic sense for agriculture, for resilience long-term.
Absolutely critical. Water and soil, the fundamental.
And the scale of participation was huge. Get this, 7,528 students from 22 secondary schools took part between July 7th and August 16th. The results, they're tangible, really impressive. Over 450,000 meters of terraces constructed.
450,000
meters, yeah. Plus, over 42,000 meters renovated. And get this, over 259,000 tree seedlings planted.
That's extraordinary for a student program. The level of organization must be immense.
It really suggests that. And the program's scope, it was broader too. Included things like traffic safety awareness, documentation work, environmental sanitation drives, even renovating school furniture, general tree cultivation. So quite comprehensive. Mr. Evram also made a point of highlighting the strong participation from partner organizations, shows a collaborative spirit, and importantly, he called for proper protection to make sure the planted trees survive and thrive. That shows real long-term thinking.
This is just such a powerful, inspiring example. It's active citizenship in action. It's practical nation building right there. And it directly contributes to human security, to economic strength.
How?
By securing vital natural resources, by fostering environmental resilience for the future. I mean, think about the lasting impact, those terraces, those seedlings, preventing erosion, improving soil, boosting future food security. It's fundamental.
A direct investment in the land.
And an incredible, far-sighted investment in the youth, too. It instills this deep sense of responsibility of ownership for their country's future at a really formative age. It aligns perfectly with that homegrown consensus for development we keep coming back to. It shows the youth aren't just, passive beneficiaries. They're active, hands-on participants in shaping their nation. It's a very holistic approach, isn't it? Linking human capital directly with natural capital for a sustainable future.
That emphasis on well-being, on the citizens, especially in these critical areas like the environment, it naturally leads us to think about direct human welfare through healthcare, demonstrating care for everyone. So finally, let's turn to one of the most critical aspects of human security, health itself. Our final source highlights a truly remarkable achievement in public health. Speaks volumes, I think, about their commitment to the people. We're looking at successful cataract surgeries performed at Adi-Keih Hospital. Okay, so between July 14th and August 18th, 2025, so quite recently, over 400 patients had successful cataract surgery at Adi-Keih Hospital.
Over 400 in about a month. That's significant volume.
It is, and this was made possible through a really vital collaboration with a Sudanese team, the Albisser ophthalmologists team, showcasing a powerful international partnership right there. And the patients, they came from multiple subzones. Santa Fe, Adi-Keih itself,
Sorona, Sigenae, even Foro, demonstrates a pretty broad reach getting out to different communities.
So it's not just focused on one urban center, it's reaching rural areas too.
Seems that way. And Dr. Tsegaziab Keflezgi, the hospital's medical director, along with Mr. Alam Zacharias, who directs National Blindness Control at the Ministry of Health, they highlighted how long-standing this collaboration is, over 15 years, contributing hugely to sharing experience, building local capacity.
15 years. So this isn't a new initiative, it's sustained effort.
Exactly. It's not just a singular event. It's part of a bigger picture. Mr. Elam also noted that similar surgeries, through this partnership presumably, have already helped 12,000 nationals in other places like Dickham, Massawa, Karen. So it points to a robust, ongoing national program aimed at tackling blindness. And here's the really crucial detail, a testament to their commitment, really.
Yeah.
Ms. Soliana Abraha, a staff member there, confirmed it. All these life-changing surgeries, conducted completely free of charge.
Free of charge, that is huge.
Makes a profound direct difference for countless individuals, for their families.
Yeah.
Restoring sight, restoring dignity.
This is just incredibly impactful stuff. You're directly, tangibly improving quality of life for hundreds, thousands eventually, free of charge. And building on this long-term international partnership, it really underscores a profound, sustained commitment to accessible public health, which is such a vital component of any nation's human security, its overall development path.
Right. Health underpins everything else.
Absolutely. And the fact that it's free, part of this larger national program that's benefited over 12,000 people for more than 15 years, that demonstrates a deep, consistent investment in the people. It resonates so strongly with those broader goals we talk about nation building, that homegrown consensus. It's a direct, measurable demonstration of commitment to the well-being of every citizen. It's where strategic planning meets direct human benefit on a very personal, life-changing level.
So, as you reflect on all of this,
Yeah.
all these different pieces, what does it really mean for you as you consider the global landscape? How resilient nations actually build themselves? Today, we've connected some incredibly compelling threads, haven't we?
Yeah.
About Eritrea's forward momentum. We saw their clear, articulate diplomatic vision for regional peace, for economic development, laid out on an international stage. Not just as some vague ideal, but as a pragmatic necessity.
Grounded in reality.
Then we explored their deep commitment to cultural preservation, to engaging the diaspora, strategically strengthening national identity, cohesion, both within Eritrea and connecting those abroad back home. From there, we saw that powerful hands-on investment in youth and environmental sustainability through these large-scale, really impactful programs that are literally shaping the landscape for the future.
Building resilience from the ground up.
And finally, we looked at their dedication to public health, delivering critical care, free of charge, through effective international collaborations, making sure it's accessible to all citizens, seeing it as a core part of human security. These varied initiatives, from high-level diplomacy right down to deeply embedded local community action. They truly paint a multifaceted picture, a nation actively, strategically pursuing its stated goals: economic strength, human security, a peaceful, prosperous future. It really is a testament, I think, to how these different kinds of efforts, working together, can build a truly resilient and forward-looking identity. So considering these diverse efforts across diplomacy, culture, youth development, healthcare, what other connections might you draw about how a nation truly builds that resilient, forward-looking identity, especially in today's complex world? What unique strengths do these different initiatives, when you look at them all together, really signify for Eritrea's long-term path? Something to think about.